Hey! So I'm walking, someone behind me. So I'm walking back to my friend's house. I just got groceries. It's steak and butter. And decided to pull my phone out and record a video for you guys. Just showing what I'm doing and just to talk about some things that are on my mind. So right now I'm in Old Forge, New York, staying with a friend. I've been here about a week now. I got a few more days here, and then I'm going back to Chiang Mai, Thailand. It's a really magical little town here. There's the bridge down that way. Yeah, really small town up in the Adirondack Mountains. I'm staying with my good friend here, and kind of training, getting ready for Thailand because I'm going to be training Muay Thai when I get back there. I just kind of want to buffer it a little bit so I don't get totally demolished once I start training every day. I'm already training every day, but training Muay Thai every day. So I've been running about 3 miles a day, or about two, sometimes 3 miles a day. And then also doing 200 push-ups a day. And I'm working on getting that up to 300. Yesterday I did 250. Might do 300 today, might do 250, we'll see. So, I'm eating a lot of steak, drinking a lot of milk. I had 4 or 5 eggs last night. That's the first time I had eggs in a while. So, what is there to talk about? One thing I was thinking about within this whole carnivore diet realm and the vegan diet realm, I feel like, it's a lot of people are making videos about the health benefits of eating animals, but what's not getting covered so much is the ethicality of said action, because it's really a deep topic, whether or not we should be killing animals and eating them. But I'd like to talk about it a little bit because I have some interesting ideas about it. And back in my friend's house now. Check this out. There's a hot tub back here that my friend made from hand. Maybe I'll make a video just about that. But it's a wood-fired fire. How do you say it? It's a redwood, copper-bottomed, fire-powered hot tub. So yeah, it's pretty cool. We get in it most days, and it's pretty awesome. So sit down here. So, yeah, eating animals, killing animals, is it okay to do? I think yes, it is okay to do. Sure need to shave. Because it's okay to do, because I believe that if we don't do it, we are compromised as a species. Our health and the way that we live and our connection to each other gets compromised if we are not killing animals together and eating them together. That's one thing I noticed when I started eating meat again, is I felt a lot more connected and less isolated towards other humans immediately when I started eating meat. It seems like the earliest art that humans made, where it was all about humans getting together and killing animals. And it seems like that's one of our favorite things to do, and that's one of the best things we can do for ourselves. Now, as far as the animals go, we have to really understand what is an animal, because of this idea that we have from Disney movies, from children's books, that animals are like these personified creatures that have human thought and things like this. You hear little kids like, oh, I don't want to kill the deer because it's got a mommy and a daddy. And, there's all these notions that we have about animals, and we think that they're personified, but I don't think this is true. And you also have to consider the fact that the animal brain only has, this is very oversimplified, but they really only have 2/3 of the brain that we have, and that last third is very important because it's the neocortex. They have a reptile brain, like the brain stem, and then they have the mammalian brain, like the cortex, but they don't have a neocortex. And this neocortex is what allows humans to be able to contemplate the way that we think, contemplate the way that we feel, and contemplate the way that we contemplate. It's a very big difference that we have compared to these animals. And our ability to connect with God, or our ability to improve, strive to improve, I don't believe animals have. I think animals are caught in a state of beast mentality, where they're constantly in desire, and not to say that humans aren't as well, or most humans at least. They're in a constant state of desire and in survival. They're surviving. Constantly, they need to eat, and they need to reproduce, and all this stuff that humans, we do it too. But I believe that because we have the ability to contemplate it, that separates us from the animals. And some people will say I'm being speciesist right now, speciesism. And I will agree, I am being speciesist. I do believe that there are differences between species. And I think that humans, we are on the top for a reason. We're on the top. We are all the animals reflected into a single body or species. You think about, like, sometimes when you look at an animal like a frog, I do this anyway, and I look at an animal like a frog, there's something in the frog that I can relate to. I feel like it's inside of me somehow. Same thing with a dog, same thing with a wolf, or a whale, or a fish. Any sort of animal we look at, we can sort of relate to. I'm not sure if animals can do that in between each other as much as we can. And a better example is the fact that as a human, okay, so an animal, a wolf, say, can only make the sound of a wolf, more or less. Maybe it can, people teach their dog to, like, say certain words and things, but they still sound like a dog when they do that. A whale can only make the sound of a whale. A bird can only make the sound that a bird makes. But humans, we can do it all. And some are more difficult than others, but there are people that practice and they can howl just like a wolf does, and they can bark like a dog, and they can meow like a cat, and neigh like a horse. We can do all this. We're sort of all the animals reflected into another, which is, for me, another piece of evidence that suggests that we are we're on the top. We're more important than all the animals. And I think maybe the animals know this. I don't want this to be too serious. I know these are fleeting thoughts. They're incomplete thoughts. They're not, I'm not trying to be academic or anything of that nature. These are just things that are going through my head, and I'm speaking off the top of my head, and I just want to spark maybe some thought within you, and maybe you relate, maybe you disagree with some of the stuff I'm saying, or you have counterpoints or whatever. That's cool. You can let me know. So what did I just go buy? So there's one grocery store in town, and I noticed, so before I've been buying from that grocery store, I bought some like stew beef. It's like beef, very lean beef that's chopped up into pieces. You throw it in a stew, and it's not very great. I was just eating it raw, and it was okay. But then I saw that they had this chuck roast that looked pretty dang good. I mean, it's pretty red. You can see in the marbling, there's a really decent amount of fat. Good fat there. Good fat in the middle there. The marbling's good. It looks good. So I bought 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, and they each weigh about 1.5 to 2 pounds. It looks like that one weighs 2.5. That one's thick. Fuck, man. I'll have to look how thick that baby is. Maybe I have to chop that one in half. And then I got some butter. Too. Organic Valley, cultured butter, unsalted, pasture-raised cows. It's pasteurized, but for me, butter doesn't really matter that much. And I'm also whoa. I'm also getting enough fat from the beef that I'm not too worried about nutrition, because it's very important to get fat from a good source for nutritional reasons, the fat soluble vitamins. And I wouldn't recommend using pasteurized butter as a main source of fat for nutrition. If you want to use it for cooking or something like that, or just to keep yourself from getting constipated, pasteurized butter works, but I wouldn't recommend it for nutrition. So anyway, yeah, I think that's all I'm going to say. Maybe if I go on a run later, I'll have my buddy record it. He can ride the bike, record me or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll record a video of us getting in that tub there. Boop. It's pretty cool. And if not, I guess I'll see you guys in Thailand, and hope you're all doing well. Excuse me. See you in the next one.